Welcome back everyone to my Manchester United save on FM17. The last episode saw us overcome the Spanish giants FC Barcelona in the Champions League to reach the semis. We have since been drawn against Atletico. We're still in the race for the Premier League title. We could be coming away with a double this season if we can keep up this fantastic form. Also in today's episode I want to go through my plans for this series. But first, as you can see, Pochettino, Spurs manager, has kind of admitted defeat in his press conference. He reckons that we can go all the way this season. But for a manager that's won the title 2 times in this save with Spurs, he's going to keep plugging away. Sergio Romero is injured. He's out with a bruised shin. It's only for 3 to 5 days, so nothing too serious. I mean, he has been my Champions League go-to keeper, hasn't he? He's been incredible. So, since the last episode then against Barcelona, I've only played the one game off camera. This was the home fixture against Watford in the league. We won 3-0. Ander Herrera with 2 goals, and Paul Pogba capped things off with a beautiful free kick in the 54th minute. So, this is the league table then as it stands. The results on the weekend, we had a few favours. Hull managed to get a point from Arsenal. It was only Lacazette that got a penalty in that game, and Swansea also got a point against Tottenham. So that puts us in a really good, strong position with just 4 games to go. We find ourselves 4 points top, but of course, with this being the Premier League, that can all still change. Tottenham have a game in hand, which is against Hull. So on Wednesday evening, let's hope Hull can get a good result there, maybe another draw like they did against Arsenal just the week previous. They couldn't. Hull couldn't do it. Arsenal won 5-0 at home to West Brom in their game in hand, and Tottenham won their game in hand as well against Hull, with it finishing 2-0 there. So both Arsenal and Tottenham are just a point behind Manchester United. So we've got to make sure now we get the job done against Southampton. Unfortunately, Eric Bailly is out for 5 to 6 weeks. It's probably seen him now for the rest of the season. He's probably out now, which is a massive blow. We've got 2 big fixtures coming up against Atletico Madrid, as you know, in the Champions League. I mean, look at this injury list. 2 key central defenders, Hummels and Bailly, out injured. How are we going to manage? Here we go then. Can we get the job done here today and get those all-important 3 points against Southampton? They're going with the basic 4-4-2. Lucas and Bafal up front. Tadic starts. So does Nathan Redmond. They've got Van Dijk in the side. Bertrand, Forster in goal. And a pretty strong bench as well. Will Hughes, target. We've got Barnes, Schneidlin, who we sold to Southampton a couple of seasons ago. But for Manchester United, it's De Gea that starts in goal. I've got Fabinho, who's been looking for first-team football. Tuanzebe, Smalling, Shaw, Pogba and Herrera in central midfield, Mata, Horta, Martial and Lewandowski up front. So, as the game plays out then here against Southampton, let's just quickly discuss what we could do with this series, because I've been thinking maybe it's time for a change, maybe it's time to move on, maybe I'll just end the series completely and start afresh somewhere else, or maybe I'll move to a new club within this save. I know winning the Champions League was one of my main priorities to do, but if we... Oh, Lewandowski's just made it 1-0. Fantastic. Good start to the game here at St Mary's against the Saints. A goal to the good. There's a good finish. Whoa, what's going on here? Major developments at St Mary's. Mata with a good low cross ball into the box, which finds Lewandowski on the end of it. 1-0 to United. But as I was saying, you know, one of my main priorities with this save was to win the Champions League. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it last season. We just got knocked out in the final by PSG. We're close to it this season. But I'm thinking that if we aren't to get past Atletico Madrid, maybe that'll be it and I'll just accept defeat, you know, giving it my all. We might still come away with the Premier League trophy this season. I'm just not sure at the moment. So that's where you guys come in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is Lewandowski... We can't have Lewandowski getting injured. We've got Atletico coming up next. We need one of our top players fit and fresh for that game. We're going to get word on his conditioning. It's going up. He's improving. Nothing too serious. I don't want to take the risk though, so I might take him off in a minute and bring on Belotti. Thought Mata wasn't going to get to that ball then. Here's Luke Shaw. Pogba, Smalling. This is the real stage of the season now, which is really going to put our team to the test. Really going to stretch us. So I'm going to take Lewandowski off. I'm not going to take the risk. I don't want him getting injured and being out for the next couple of weeks, missing those 2 vital semi-final fixtures. What's going on with my game here? We've completely frozen up. There we go. I thought that was it. I thought the game had crashed, but it hasn't. We're right back into it. Belotti has come on. Here is Lewandowski! Lewandowski has made it 2-0 just before he's about to go off, right on the half-hour mark. And he's pretty much won us the game here. I don't see Southampton coming back from this. What a ball that is from Horta. It's back to Horta. Lewandowski through the middle, totally unmarked. And he just knocks that down into the bottom left-hand corner. So we find ourselves in a really good position. Good time for Belotti to come on as well. And still get a few goals for himself. That is the league table as it stands. We have 4 points clear. If we do get the win here. I do think we're too good for Southampton. I haven't really seen much from them. I mean, they're playing at home. They've only had 2 shots and 1 of those were on target. Whereas you look at us, we've had 8 and 4 on target. It's brilliant stuff. And it'll do us well. No! What on earth is going on there? That's disappointing, that. A lack of concentration, lack of communication between Herrera and De Gea. I expect better. I mean, Herrera, why is he getting involved? Just leave it for Tuanzebe to knock away. But Redmond gets him behind. So unfortunate. So, they're right back in this Southampton. We have took Lewandowski off, I know. I didn't want to take the risk, as I've already said. That's not the best of reactions. Okay. Supplying the advice then. Let's see what we can come up with in the second half. Hopefully a bit more improved at the back. Matanite to Horta. Can we go and get a goal? Right from kickoff. That would be brilliant. It's a free kick. Foul on Paul Pogba. He's also going to take the free kick. What can he do with this? It's quite some way out. He's gone for it. Hits the wall. And it's going to come to nothing, I think. Yeah. End of highlight. But, you know, I'm thinking we'll end the series after this season. I mean, I've done quite a bit. We've progressed as a team. We've won the Premier League. We've won the EFL Cup numerous times. We've won the FA Cup. The only thing that eludes us is the Champions League. Hopefully we can win it this season. If we can't, then I'm not sure whether I can face another season. I think if I decide to stay on as United manager, I plan to have a massive clear out, seeing big players leave like Mkhitaryan. I think Mkhitaryan has had his day now in this team. He hasn't really performed. He's had a long-term injury as well for this season, and Bentaleb's just got a red card here. So they're down to 10 men. Advantage for United now. Pogba with the free kick. It's into the penalty area, but it's cleared, and it's Redmond on the move. Oh, well done, Shaw. Well done, Shaw. That was a good challenge. We need him putting in such a performance against Atletico next. Feel as though Southampton are just going to nick a goal though in a minute. An equaliser. Matters on the move. Here we go. On for Belotti. Space for Martial. Can we get a third with this attack? Horta. Hit it, son. He does. It's a block. It's end-to-end stuff here. And Lucas goes for an ambitious effort. Not going to beat De Gea from there. It's an even on target. Nothing to worry about. We'll pass the hour mark now. I do feel as though that red card has kind of spurred Southampton on here. It's making them work that little bit harder. Getting stuck in maybe to a few more challenges. I'm going to bring on Gomez. Got to keep Martial fresh for our next game as well. Just in a couple of days' time against Atletico Madrid. But yeah, going back to my plans, if I do decide to stay on as United manager, I do plan to have a bit of a clear out in the summer. Such as Mkhitaryan going. Maybe we'll see Mbappe off. I'm not sure. I haven't really got on with Mbappe this season. I know he's scored 1 or 2 important goals, but I'm not sure if there's really much of a future for him in this team. As I know, I always wanted to focus on youth. And having Mbappe in the team, I'm not really going to be able to use Angel Gomez. Have I been calling him Angel? I think I have, haven't I? Angel Gomez. I won't be able to use him as much if Mbappe is getting first team football. And if we don't win the Champions League this season, Martial will be off, and so will Horta because of his Belotti. Belotti makes it 3-1. Brilliant. That's game over. Surely now. There's only 8 minutes or so to go. here at St Mary's. But yeah, Real Madrid are another team that are interested in another key player of theirs in Andre Horta. So, you know, if we don't win the Champions League, he could very well be off to Spain. And with PSG also, who've shown so much interest over the last couple of seasons in Martial could be off as well. I mean, at the start of this season, I think I recorded that bit, but I promised Martial that he would have a Champions League winners medal. It was last season, wasn't it? I promised he would have that Champions League winners medal around his neck come the end of the season. Obviously, we didn't make that because PSG beat us on penalties, but he decided to stay on another season, give it another chance, and we're so close to doing it now. But it makes me wonder what would happen if we don't win the Champions League this season. Would that be it for Martial and Andre Horta? Would they be off? To find out what happens, you guys have got to let me know what you think in the comments below. Do I stay on as United manager, or do I look for a new job in this current save, or do I just start afresh altogether? Let me know in the comments. But there we go, it's all over at St Mary's. We've won 3-1. Good professional job. Job's a good one, as we go 4 points clear with only 3 games to go. It's probably going to go right down to the very last day, as it has for the last 3 seasons. But, oh, look at this. Marcelo now getting involved. He urges Horta to join Real Madrid. Horta leads the way for United. He was brilliant in that game against Southampton, so we'll just praise him. He was superb. There we go. Morale's going up. So with Marcelo getting involved, it's only going to be a matter of time. If you look at his happiness, yeah, he wants to join Real Madrid as they are a bigger club. Yet they're out of the Champions League this season. And he wants to discuss personal matters. So let's have a chat then, shall we, with Andre Horta. I've been thinking for a while that I want to join a bigger club, and having learned of Real Madrid's interest in me, I like to ask for your permission to talk to them if a bid is made. What do I say then? You're not going anywhere. I don't want to be harsh on the lad. Don't want to lose you. What will it take? I want a Champions League winners medal to look at when my career is over, just like Martial then. Shall I just go ahead and promise it him and keep him sweet until the end of the season? If we don't do it, then I think I'll accept the bid from Madrid. Right then, that is going to be about it for this episode, guys. There is the league table as it stands after we beat Southampton 3-1 at St Mary's with that lunchtime kickoff. We are top by 4 points. Arsenal, they'll be playing next week, whereas Spurs, they've got a game in hand. When do they play next? Who have they got, actually? Besiktas next in the Europa League, and then they've got West Brom at the Hawthorns. Then they've got Leicester, then Chelsea, and then us on the very last day. But for Manchester United, up next, the next episode, we will be playing both legs against Atletico Madrid. Join me for that. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.